Arthur Andersen gets wind from the SEC that they are going to be investigated for their role in doing the accounting for Enron.
And back up just a second and remind us about Enron and what had happened at Enron and sort of how Arthur Andersen came into that story.
Well, Arthur Andersen was doing a huge amount of work for Enron. It was one of their top clients. The partner, David Duncan, who was in charge of the Enron account, was a rising star within Arthur Andersen. Arthur Andersen was trying to shed its image as sort of stuck in the mud accountants. We're doing exciting things now. We're actually embedded within companies and sort of consulting with them. Basically, when the SEC indicated that they might begin investigating Arthur Andersen, everyone freaked out. There was panic, and what they did was they had multiple meetings at which everyone was told, by the way, you should heed carefully the language of our document retention policy. Now, companies have document retention policies, but the message wasn't that, oh, you should make sure your files are well organized so that the regulators can see exactly what you did with Enron. The message seemed to be shred everything in sight. By the time the SEC officially delivered a subpoena to Arthur Andersen, an awful lot had been shredded. The minute the subpoena showed up, they said, stop the shredding, stop. But by then it may have been too late, and so they were charged with obstruction of justice. Now, eventually Arthur Andersen was convicted at a trial, and it was a fascinating trial because the corporation was on trial. And they hired a wonderful lawyer who kept saying, this is an innocent company. Why are you punishing the company for the actions of just a few employees? And, where's Waldo? Who's the criminal? Where's Waldo? There's this whole where's Waldo theme throughout the trial. And so it was excellent lawyering. And you're impugning the name of this stellar Big Five accounting firm because of something a few people did. Now, ultimately, the jury convicts Arthur Andersen, and they pay a $500,000 fine. That wasn't a big deal. That did not put Arthur Andersen out of business. What put them out of business was that the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, said, oh, well, now you're a felony convict, Arthur Andersen. You can't do business with public companies anymore. And if they can't do that, they can't do their business. And so
Andersen collapsed, in a very short period of time.
It collapsed. Actually, a lot of the highly paid partners were already leaving. They jumped ship. It was a lot of the low-level employees who really suffered the most, which is unfortunate.